Liverleaf is a movie that I didn't know much about, but we're following Nozaki. She is being bullied at school, and we find out later why. Something dumb, too. But she basically keeps getting bullied to the point where her parents are like, hey, you don't have to go to school anymore. You know, the school's closing. That's why the teachers aren't doing anything. Her father is actually one of the teachers. He gets bullied too. So it's basically a weird situation all around. So they decide to keep her from school, and the bullies, they go too far because they don't have their bottom of the totem pole anymore. So they start picking on another girl and say, if you can't bring her back to school for us to pick on, we'll pick on you. So Rumi visits her and tries to get her to come back, and she can't. So then they continue to bully Rumi until she says, you know what, let's go set their house on fire. I'm one of you, you know, like trying to impress them. And there's like 7 or 8 of them. So most people say just fight back, you know, but, you know, it's hard to fight back against like 7 people, right? I mean, especially if the teachers won't intervene, and, you know, it's an awkward situation. It's obviously like exaggerated to the max, but the bullies end up burning the house down while Nozaki's away from her place, hanging out with a boy named Aiba, and then her whole family's wiped out except for her sister, who's in a burnt coma. So she decides to just go apeshit and kill them all. And I thought the movie would be just a simple sort of revenge, sort of like thriller movie, but about halfway through it turns into something else. And the movie goes into wild, different directions, which I thought was really fresh and original. The only thing that sort of bothered me about this film was not the violence, but it was the cheapness of the visual effects. Sometimes they didn't, I don't know if they couldn't afford blood. They decided to throw in a lot of CGI blood for some scenes, and it makes it look really cheap and fake. And I'd rather have very little blood, and you just imagine it, or it's off screen, than try to have like fake splurting coming from a neck that looks totally like from like a 2000s era PS2 game or something. So besides some of the fake blood, the movie does go into wildly violent ways, but not to the point of being satirical or funny. It's just really over the top. And overall, it's a weird little film. Definitely like bordering on horror because of the way the kills happen. But it's just a really strange little offering from Japan. You know, it's really over the top, but not at the same time. But the second half will throw you for a loop of how they change the plot from just your usual killing revenge thriller. So I give Liverleaf a 6 out of 10.